Imagine this. A teenage girl plummets through a raging thunderstorm 2 miles above the Earth. Lightning splits the dark clouds around her, illuminating a terrifying, surreal scene. Strapped to a row of airplane seats, she spins like a sycamore seed, the wind screaming in her ears as she whispers a single, desperate plea. "Please, let me live." This isn't a scene from a Hollywood movie. This was the reality for 17-year-old Juliane Koepcke on Christmas Eve 1971. She was flying over the Peruvian Amazon with her mother when their plane, Lanza Flight 508, flew into a massive thunderstorm. The turbulence was violent, and then, with a deafening roar, a lightning strike tore the wing from the aircraft. The plane disintegrated mid-air. Passengers and debris were scattered into the storm. Juliane, still buckled into her seat, was thrown out into the abyss, beginning a terrifying 10,000-foot fall toward the dense, unforgiving jungle below. Miraculously, she survived the fall. The thick canopy of the Amazon rainforest cushioned her impact. She awoke the next morning, alone on the jungle floor. She was covered in mud, her glasses lost, one eye swollen shut. She had a broken collarbone, deep gashes on her arms and legs, and a concussion. All around her was an overwhelming sea of green, a world of suffocating humidity and strange, unsettling sounds. The wreckage of the plane was nowhere in sight. She was utterly, terrifyingly alone. Juliane was no ordinary teenager. Her parents were famous zoologists who ran a research station in the Amazon. From them, she had learned crucial survival skills. Her father's words echoed in her mind. "If you're lost in the jungle, find water and follow it downstream. It will eventually lead to civilization." So, she found a small creek. This tiny stream of water became her lifeline, her only guide through the labyrinthine wilderness. Her journey was a living nightmare. With only one shoe and a torn dress, she waded through murky waters, her wounds becoming infested with maggots. Swarms of mosquitoes attacked her relentlessly. She stumbled through thick undergrowth, the constant threat of snakes, spiders, and jaguars lurking just out of sight. At night, the jungle came alive with a chorus of roars and cries that chilled her to the bone. Days blurred into one another, hunger gnawed at her, her strength was fading, and a sense of hopelessness began to creep in. She was a tiny, wounded figure in a vast, indifferent wilderness that seemed determined to swallow her whole. She pushed on, driven by sheer will. She followed the stream as it grew into a river. She saw crocodiles on the banks and steered clear of them, her heart pounding. The infection in her arm was excruciating, but she remembered seeing her father treat a similar wound on their dog using gasoline. It was a desperate thought, but it gave her a sliver of hope. After 10 grueling days, as she was nearing the end of her endurance, she spotted a small moored boat. It felt like a mirage. She crawled toward it, her body screaming in protest. Nearby was a small, empty hut. It was the first sign of human life she had seen since the crash. Exhausted, she collapsed inside, praying someone would return. The next day, 3 local lumberjacks found her. They were stunned to see the ghost-like girl who had emerged from the jungle. They treated her wounds, using gasoline to clean the maggots from her arm, just as she had hoped. They gave her food, and then took her by canoe on a long journey downriver to the nearest town. After 11 days alone, battling one of the most dangerous environments on Earth, Juliane Koepcke had been found. She was the sole survivor of Lanza Flight 508. Her story is not just one of luck, it's an incredible testament to the power of knowledge, resilience, and the unyielding human spirit to survive against all odds. It reminds us that even in our darkest, most terrifying moments, a flicker of hope and the will to live can guide us through the impossible. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as incredible as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of survival and human strength. See you next time.